My name is Gerald Brady. I go by Ray. Alex has me interviewing me here on wanting to talk a little bit. I joined the Marine Corps in 1968. 1968, the news media said of 68, February 68, made it look like we lost the war in Vietnam. I found out years later, actually, we kicked butt, and actually North Vietnam was close to surrendering at that time. But how the news media covered it, they kind of aided and abetted to keep things going on. I joined in the summer of 1968, I think, called the Presidential War. I had no plans a week before joining the Marine Corps. I used to tell people, the reason I joined the Marine Corps, I used to plead temporary insanity. But over the years, I figured out the reason why I joined the Marine Corps is I grew up watching movies and reading. I was a history buff too. And I watched a lot of war movies, cowboy movies, and actually I was more ingrained that way probably than I thought. I was never planning on going into any military service. A week before I was in, I would have given you odds and bet you I was never going to go into it. But I'm glad I went in the Marine Corps. There's times I wish I'd stayed in longer. I did a 2-year enlistment they had going on at the time. When I enlisted on July 15th of 1968, went to move camp to 18th and Fresno Bulldogs, a total of 80 of us. I knew on 2-year enlistment in the Marine Corps in 68, I was going to be in Vietnam. I knew that. I was hoping I wouldn't, but I knew it. I'm glad I went to Vietnam, saw what happened, know the truth of what happened. Those of you who weren't around during that time have no idea what the Vietnam War was about, because most of what you hear on the news and hear people talk about is a bunch of baloney. I was going to use another word, but I don't know if it would be permissible in this little film here. Bull fucking. In those days, America was a totally different country. We have changed. In fact, I'll tell people, like I'll say here, we're at the Clovis. It used to be called Rural International Clovis Junior College. And I'll tell people I wasn't born in this country. I was born 10, 15 miles from here, but not in this country. Our country has totally changed since then. The whole philosophy. I'm proud that I served in the military. I wear this hat. I've been wearing this hat since 2004. One like it, not the same hat. And I wear it because I'm not ashamed going to Vietnam. I don't think we made a mistake there. I think we made 2 mistakes. Not winning and deserting the Vietnamese people. I'm proud to have served and fight tyranny all over the world. I fought Vietnam because most governments are tyrannical. Unfortunately, when I swore to uphold the Constitution of the United States, we swore to uphold foreign and domestic. The problem is it's worse than the domestic here in America, where we have more enemies here in the government than we've had anywhere else in the world. I'd be more than happy now if we hit the beaches, the Marine Corps hit the beaches of Guadalcanal, Palu, Iwo Jima. We need to hit the beaches of Sacramento and Washington, D.C. This country has fallen a long ways. I'm sorry to have seen it gone, but I am proud to have been a Marine, served in the Marine Corps. I'd do it again right now if I could. If I had my chances to enlist again, I would enlist for 2 years. I would enlist for 4 years and maybe made a career out of it. That's about just a little bit my point of view of my being in the Marine Corps, why I enlisted, and where I'm at now and what I believe.